Hello guys, I am Paul McWhorter with TopTechBoy.com, and we are here with lesson number 7, and we are learning the Raspberry Pi, and we are learning how to use the terminal window and the command line on the Raspberry Pi in Linux. And so hopefully you've been with us through the first 6 lessons, and if you've been through with us through the first 6 lessons, you've learned where you can get your equipment, the things that you'll need in order to follow along in these lessons. In lesson number 2, we showed you how to install the operating system and get the system booted up. And then lessons 3 through 6 were pretty much just going in and learning how to manipulate files, copy files, create files, move files, edit files, sort of find our way around the old Linux system using the command line and not using a graphical user interface. Well, today we're going to learn some little tricks that'll make your file management a little bit easier. We're going to learn something called the wildcard. Okay, yeah, we're going to learn the wildcard today. All right, well, let's see where we are. First of all, I am going to have to get my window going here. So if I come up PWD, I am in my Home Pi folder. So you want to kind of go ahead and go there. If you look at what's in that folder, you can see that I've gotten rid of all the stuff that we created in the past. And so I think that we're going to want to make a directory here. So I'm going to say make directory, and I'm going to call it my stuff. Okay, my stuff. All right, now if I do an ls, I have a folder called my stuff. To make the paths easier, I'm just going to go ahead down into my stuff. Okay, now since I'm there, I'm going to create a file called, I'm going to create a file, nano, and I'm going to call it dog1.txt. Okay, and I come here, my first dog was named Spook. He was a big Belgian Shepherd. He was a good dog. Okay. He was a big Belgian Shepherd. He was a good dog. Okay. He got run over by a propane truck driven by Slim Green. True story. Very sad day. Okay, so let's write that. So we do a Control O, the name that you want to write to, yes, dog1.txt, and then we're going to exit out. Oops. Yes, okay, and then we exit out. Okay, we do an ls, and there is dog1. We do a cat dog1.txt. And I want you to learn this stuff. So I know some of this is repetitive from earlier lessons, and I'm just trying to remind you, and this is just good practice, okay? Let's make a new one. Let's say nano dog2. You can write this for your own dogs, a little tribute to the dogs of your life, maybe. Okay, nano dog2. My second dog was Susie. She was a German Shepherd. She would chase sheep and run away, and my dad did not like her and said she was a stupid dog. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. My dad did not like Susie, and Susie was always getting in trouble chasing sheep, which would make my dad very mad. Okay, so we're going to save that. So we say Control O. We're going to hit Enter to save it, and then we're going to go Control X. Now if I do an ls, I've got 2 things, okay? Now, let's say I'm going to say dog3. I'm trying to get some files put together here, plus this is good practice for you, okay? So we're going to go nano, and I'm going to say dog3.txt, okay? My third dog was Spook. Spook number 2. We found her on the highway. My dad said she could come home as long as she lived outside. She would walk around the house staring in the windows, and finally my dad gave in and let her become a house dog. My dad loved Spook number 2 more than any other dog. Okay, true story. All right, so we're going to go Control O. We're going to write out dog 3, and then we're going to Control X. Okay, let's do nano dog 4.txt. Okay, my 4th dog was Little Sweet. She was a nice little Shih Tzu. I don't know how to spell Shih Tzu for sure. Okay, she got run over in 2006. It was a very sad day. Okay, Control O to write out. Enter. Control X. We do an LS. Look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Okay, so I'm going to do nano, and I'm going to do dog 5.txt, and my 5th dog was Little Elmo. Everyone loved Little Elmo. I threw some old scraps out in the garden, and Little Elmo ate them and died. I guess I should say ate them and got sick and died. The whole family blamed me for the dog's death. True story. Okay, Control O, Control O, X, or Control O, Enter, and now Control X. Okay, let's look at what we have. In my stuff, I've got 5 files: dogs 1, dogs 2, dogs 3, dogs 4, dogs 5. Okay, let's go to nano cats.txt. All right. I do not like cats. I do not have cats. I think cats are evil, and I will not allow cats at my house. Okay. Control O, Enter, Control X. Okay, LS, we're going to do one more. We're going to do nano cars. Okay, .txt. Okay, I like my Nissan 3. I don't know if it's a 300 or a 350Z. It's the little Nissan convertible. Okay, I don't drive it much because I fear hitting a deer in D-E-E-R in it. I live about 20 miles from where I teach, and I come in very early in the morning when it's dark and there's a lot of deer in the road, so I drive a pickup. I drive a pickup to work. Okay, Control O to write, Enter, Control X, and now LS, look. Okay, so now I have cars, cats, dogs 1, dogs 2, dogs 3, dogs 4. Okay, well look at this. I'm starting to get a lot of files in this stuff called my stuff, and so I think it would be better if I created a new directory. So I'm going to say make directory, and I want it at the same level as my stuff, but I want to call it my dogs. I want a new directory called my dogs, and so if I want to create it from here, but I want it to be at the same level inside of home.py, what would I do? Well, I would need to say go up one. That would take me to home/py, and then there make it my dogs. Okay, let's look. Now let's do an ls / my underscore dogs. Okay, and there's nothing in it. Let's do an ls up one, and that shows me that I've got two new folders here. I've got the my dogs folder and I got my stuff folder. Okay, what's my problem? I've got all my dogs in my stuff folder, and that's probably good because my dogs are my stuff, but probably what I should do is I would really like to have those over here in my dogs. So how could I do that? Well, I could do a move, okay, and I could move dog one. Okay, let's see where I am right now, ls. Okay, I'm in there with them, so I could say move. And then remember, I've got to give the path and the file name, so I could say move. I'm in the current folder, so I could just say dog1.txt, and I want to move it up one and then down to my dogs, like that. Okay, now the problem with this, I mean, this would work, and then I could do, and then, you know, it would put it there, and then I could do it, and I could do it again, and I could do it again, and I could do it again. But if I did it this way, I would have to do this 5 times. And so you can see that eventually it would take a long time to get everything over there. And so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to show you a little trick. Instead of dog1.txt, I'm going to see dog, and then I'm going to put in the wildcard, which is the star, dogstar.txt. And so what that's going to do is it's going to find the word dog and then anything.txt. And so this would move any file called dog1, dog2, dog3, dog4, dog5, dogx, dog1,346,000, dog any string.txt. And so this means anything. Okay, so I'm going to move dogstar.txt, and where am I going to move it? I'm going to go up one, and then I'm going to go to my underscore dogs, and that should move them all at once if I did this right. Okay, so move dog anything.txt, the wildcard, and then move it up one and then down into my dogs, and let's see if that works. Okay, now let's go ls. We're still in my stuff, so I go ... and then I'll go my dogs. And look at that. Look at that. Boom! There are all my dogs. Let's do ls where I am. And what am I left with? Cats and cars, because that's the only thing that was the only thing that was left there. I moved everything all at once. Okay. Let's move them back. I can say move. I can say move. Well, here what I could do is I could just move them all. I could say move star dot txt. I don't even have to put dogs. Let's see, I'd have to go back and tell it, where am I? pwd. I'm in my stuff, and so I could go, wait a minute, pwd. I'm in home py my stuff. And so what I would do is I would say move, and I want to go back to dogs, so I go ... / my dogs, and then get the files star.txt, and then move them to where I am now. So this should move them back. Okay, got to give it a directory. Okay, so let me go over there first, because that would make it easier. So I'm going to change directories, and I'm going to go to ... / my dogs. Okay, now ls Okay, there's all my dog stuff. So now I'm going to move those. I don't have to give a path because I'm in the folder, and I'm going to say star.txt, and I'm going to move them where? I'm going to go up one and then back to my stuff. Let's see if that does it. Okay, I've got a mosquito here. Get out of here. Okay, now I'm going to do ls, and I want to ls dot dot slash my stuff. Okay, and look, everything is back over there now. Okay, everything is back in my stuff. If I do ls my dogs, there is nothing there. Okay, what if this time I want to, let's just say that I was going to create a Python program, and I'll show you how to do Python programs later, but let's say that I am going to just say nano, and I'm going to go dot dot slash my stuff, and then I'm going to go program.py. So I'm going to create something with a .py. Okay, and then I'm going to say print hello, I guess I better put quotes, hello world. Okay, now I'm going to control O, control X, ooh, enter, control X. Okay, I wonder if I could actually run that. Python dot dot my stuff slash program.py. I wonder if I could run that. Look at that. I ran the program. Hello world. Okay, you just saw how to run a Python program. Okay, but now let's go back to change directory dot dot. Let's go to the my stuff folder. Okay, let's do an ls, and let's see. I need to make this where you can see it. I'm kind of running off the side of the screen. I'm wondering I should pull this in, and then maybe you'll be able to. Maybe it'll wrap around. Hopefully this will wrap around if I pull it over here. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, yeah, so now I got it wrapping around. Okay, so if you look at this, I am now in, I need to pull this back like that. Okay, so now let's do an ls, and you can see that in my stuff I've got cars.txt, dog1.txt, dog3.txt, dog5.txt, cats.txt, dog2.txt, dog4.txt, and program.py. Okay, what if I wanted to move everything? Let's create another stuff. Make directory, and I want to make her directory. I want to go up one. And after I go up one, I want to call it text files. Okay, so now let's do ls. They're still there. Let's do ls dot dot. Look up one, and what I've got is my dogs, my stuff, and text files. Okay, now in text files, what I'm going to do is I am going to try to move all my text files into the folder called text files. And so let's see where I am now. I'm up there. Let me make it a little harder, so I'm going to go change directory dot dot. Okay, so now I am up here in desktop. I'm up here in home-pi or home/pi. And so now what I want to do is I want to move all those text files from my stuff to text files. So I am going to say move, and then what do I want to move? Well, I would want to move anything, star.txt. I would want to move anything, but I got to tell it where. So I got to move my stuff slash star.txt, and where do I want to move it? I want to move it to text files. Okay, like that. Now, just a reminder here, why am I not using a leading slash? That leading slash would take me back to root, right? I don't want to go to root. I want to stay reference from where I am. So I'm going to move my stuff, star.text. That should take all those text files and it should move them to text files if I've done this right. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's do an ls text files. Okay, and if I look in there, look at that. There are all the text files. If I do ls my stuff, look in there. Looky there, I've got nothing but my Python program. Okay, so what you can see is that this is a very, very powerful way to move things around. And this wildcard can also be used, you know, like I could say, let's say move star dot star, and move star dot star from, I got to tell it where, let's say my stuff, okay, slash star dot star, and then where do I want to move it? I want to move it to my, or I'm going to move it, let's just say to text files, okay, and if I do that, now I do an ls, okay, I do an ls in text files, and then what you can see is it moved the program.py because star was anything dot anything, so it's going to move everything. So let's just move everything back in one command. So I'm going to say move, okay, and I'm going to put this is my stuff, and then slash star dot star, and then I'm going to move it to, or wait a minute, this is in text files. So I'm going to move text files slash star dot star, and where am I going to move it? I am going to move it to my stuff. And let's look at that. Now ls my stuff, and look, it's all there. ls text files, and there is nothing there. Okay, so you see, if you use this wildcard, it's very powerful and it's very easy to move a whole lot. Okay, we could also use it to, well, let me copy it. So I'm going to say copy this time. Let's see, I am in, all the stuff is in my stuff, so I'm going to copy my stuff dot my stuff slash star dot star, move everything or copy everything to text files like that. And now let's look at ls text files, and there everything is. Okay, now in text files, let's say that in text files I don't want that program.py, and so what I could say is remove, and then I could say text files, and then I want to remove star.py, remove all the programs from there. Okay, and now if I do an ls text files, I've gotten rid of that Python program. Okay, now let's look at my stuff. So I'm going to change, I'm going to ls my stuff, and in my stuff I've got everything. Well, I want to remove the text files, so I'm going to say rm, I'm going to put star.txt, and then, rm, and then I've got to go to my stuff, and then star.txt. And now let's look at that. Now let's look at ls my stuff. Okay, and all I have left is program.py because I got rid of all the text files, but I did copy them over there, so they should still be ls in my in text files. And look, there they all are. Okay, so you see this wildcard can be used for, you know, in any of your commands as far as the as far as the Linux goes. You could use it in move, you could use it in copy, you could use it in remove, you could use it in remove directory, you could use it in a lot of the different things that we have here. And so what I want you to do is I just want you to sort of become familiar with this. And I know some of this stuff in this lesson was repetitive, but I just want you to get really comfortable with using the Linux command line and using these path names. Hopefully you're sort of getting to understand that dot dot means up one. If you do a slash, that means go all the way back to the root. If you don't put a slash, then that means go relative to where you are now. If you can kind of start getting that done, you can really start doing things very easily. But you can see when you get good at this, this is easier than opening folders, selecting things, dragging and dropping, moving and all that sort of stuff, cutting and pasting. You can see that you can really do things very good. It also shows you that you need to have some discipline when you're naming your files, that by putting the .txt extension on text files, then you can deal with them as a group. By putting .py extensions on Python programs, you can deal with them as a group. And so you can see that using some discipline in naming your files is really good. Okay, so we've learned how to use the wildcard today, and this has been lesson number 7. Hopefully you'll tune in very shortly for lesson number 8. Paul McWhorter, TopTechBoy.com. We will see you shortly. If you like this, think about giving us a thumbs up. Talk to you guys later.